And now a 2-on-1 break for Tampa. It's Gensel walking at a shot. He scores! Mirror, mirror on the wall. Almost identical to the James goal. We're tied.
He'll win the puck battle and send it low for Suzuki. Gretzky's office. He's got patience and time. A one-timer, Matheson, off the post.
The left alley, it's Greenway. Freight train, snapper. He scores! Jordan Greenway, the big man can. 3-1 Sabres. Hughes up the wall. Here's McCarron. Now Tarasenko, the crafty Russian winger. With age and experience, 2 cup rings on his fingers. Past 91 up the wall. Hughes a one-timer. Now Tarasenko! He scores! Welcome to the Tarasenko Show in Minnesota. Tie contest.
Puts on the move, zigging and zagging, sending it low. Now Nick Foligno. Up the wall for Faber. Assist in this game, lofted towards goal. In the crease they battle. Blackwood gets pushed into the net, and there's a pile up in front. Puck still free, no call. And they're free to play it. Hughes. A shot towards goal. Save Blackwood. And now a 2-1 for Colorado. They don't have any gas as Hughes is the first to it. And Colorado gets a change. Kiviranta now on. He rolls off a check. Stankoven flies in with speed. A shot off of the shin pad of Hanifin, who corrals him to the wall. Now Stankoven battling again. It's Hanifin picking up a free puck. Ball collects at the point, a shot just over the net. It pops down into the field of play. Carlson trying to guide it with one hand up the wall. Off a cycle, Stankoven. Here's Hall. Tries to make a move, but Marner slides into a block. Shot towards Hart. A save. Out of harm for a moment, Marner spoons it all the way up ice. Now it's Howden on a short break. A shot. He scores! A curling contest in the corner as they sweep for it. Tage using his big body to move the lumber around. Carrier. A vice pinch against the wall. Benson going to work as well. Suzuki jousting from the outside. And it's freed up. Dahlin, cross ice for Quinn. 1:20 remaining on the power play. Thompson, a pump fake. He almost lost the puck. He's got it now. Mohawk turns at the point. Low for Doan. In from Benson, a backhander. He scores! Buffalo takes a 3-2 lead on the power play. Benny Frank Benson. He's got another goal. His 4th of the postseason. Doan with his 7th apple. Thompson with his 7th as well. It was Doan that made the feed low. Benson in front. A backhander over the glove of Dobish. In the middle of the entire Montreal defense. A moment for number 6.
Welcome back, Mugno FM. Buffalo Sabres leading 4-1 over the Montreal Canadiens. A 3-goal lead. 2 for 3 on the power play, and entering tonight they were 1 for their last 46. The struggle bus was real in the city of Buffalo. At least on the man advantage. Otherwise, a fantastic year. 50 wins. First time back in the playoffs since 2011. And first playoff series win since 2007. And high percentages for the home team to win a series if they win Game 1. It's estimated about 75%, so it's huge if Buffalo is able to close this 4-1 game out. Still the second period, still plenty of time for Montreal, but it's all turning up Buffalo so far as they control at their blue line. It's Dahlin. Down the center lane for Byram. On the retreat. Krebs, unable to handle. Matheson scoops it and sends it down ice. Dahlin pivots into a hard pass up the wall. It's looking Krebs on the outlet. Slavkovsky, he'll take the rubber himself. Saucered low. It's Dahlin again with the takeaway. Thompson running into his own man. Sent out the opposite way by Dahlin. Krebs slow to it. Hudson takes it away. Man down center. It was Texier. Hit off his stick. And an icing on Buffalo. Looked like they were scrambling a little bit there, and the adjustments for not only the lines for Montreal, but the forechecking picking up for the Canadiens. They force a face-off play here, and they'll trust their centers in this situation. Deneau operating at 58.6% and Suzuki at 56.3%. The latter with a goal in the last two contests. Evans takes the draw. Evans also a 62.9% face-off win percentage. Down the wall, Demidov takes a shot wide. And he led the team in shots in the 7-game series against Tampa and did not record a goal. Still waiting on his first. Out for Byram. Defenseman with 4 goals, 1 tonight. McLeod. Working Demidov. Found in his equipment is McLeod. He'll send it up. Samuelson for Power. Power finds a man down center. Zucker a shot towards goal. Power. Collecting on the rebound. He circles the wagons. Zucker. A drop pass shot. Dobish made the stop. He thought it got past him. Here's Zucker. Shaking and baking on Newhook. He's got Quinn. He'll wrist it. A rebound available for McLeod. It's nudged wide by Dobson. Quinn again. Looking cross ice through the slot. A pass goes. Winding a slapper towards goal. It rolls on edge. Zucker. Here's Quinn. Toe dragging a move to center. Pass cross ice for Power. He looks down the wall. He's got options. And he lets it go. Unintentionally, he thought he had someone to pick up the loose puck. Samuelson has Power. He'll drive it himself. Demidov takes it from the tired Power, but it's taken immediately back by Greenway. Kozak sends it deep. Mallenstein first on. Backhand pass in front. It's Greenway picking up the puck. Centered. Dahlin a shot. Dobish the stop. A rebound. Another stop by Dobish with the left pad. And Anderson picks up. A series of saves for Jakub Dobish, keeping this at 3 goals. Bowen Byram. Out for Greenway. Indirect pass Mallenstein. Down ice Kozak. A dump at the red line, and that'll settle things down for a moment as Dobish launches this up the wall for Anderson. Broken up by Doan. The last line you'd want to see at the moment if you're the Montreal Canadiens. Anderson buys some time for a moment, surrounded by 4 Sabres. Shots all even, score 4-1 Buffalo, 4:30 remaining in the second. Byram starts from his own end. Looking Benson. Whacked down by Norris. It's Carrier. He's got Veleno. Veleno a shot, gloved by Lyon. The crowd in front of the net now moving to the left corner. Veleno and Norris tied up. And it looks like things will settle a little bit. Bolduc and Benson chatting as well with an official there to separate them. Oh, it's still going. And it looks like they're letting it go a little bit. Doc and Stanley, 2 tall, tough customers talking to one another. And they let it go. Cooler heads prevail. 4:09 remaining in the second period. Buffalo in control. Mugno FM back in a moment after this television timeout.
Caulfield doing his best to keep the puck jammed at the wall. McDonough picks up now. Gergenson's at the red line. Here are the benches. He'll backhand it in after taking a trail check by Dobson. Now Dobson pinned by Gergensons for a moment. He's able to avoid it. Slid out to Deneau with open ice. Deneau cuts the center. Now Caulfield bobbles the puck over his stick. Defender goes flying down. Caulfield a shot. Blocked in front. Slapper from Gooley. Blocked by Gergensons. Going with it again. Another look. Passed into the slot. Now a one-timer Dobson. Another block. Here's Caulfield. Anderson a shot rolling down. 2 bodies go flying. Puck still free. Caulfield now at the hashes to the left of Vasilevsky. Worked up at the point. Kite formation. Caulfield a one-timer sent wide. Here's Dobson. He's got Gooley at the blue line. Feeding Dobson. Right point. He steps into a snapshot. Blocked by Gergensons again. 28 has been a menace on the blocking side of the puck. Caulfield a flutter towards net. Around into the trapezoid. Here's Gergensons. Now. So Caulfield will pick up at his own blue line to the left of Dovish now, and they'll get a full change. Gergensons crawling to the bench and crawling over the bench. Suzuki stymied at the blue line. 14 block shots now for Tampa. Gergensons has 3 block shots to his name and 7 hits tonight. First to it is Hagel. In the left corner. Worked to Kucherov. Pass out to the point. It's Motor. Now Kucherov looking 1T. Nikita Kucherov 0 points in 6 game 7s. Hudson picks up at the bottom right circle. To Demidov. Now Suzuki with Cirelli on. Slavkovsky at center. A pass just a step behind Hudson. He slaps it into the zone. A few checks come Suzuki's way. He evades them. Newhook had Hudson opening options to the point. Hudson a shot. Blocked away by Vasilevsky. And they score! Alex Newhook off the bounce from the end boards. It's 2-1 Canadiens. And the puck is dropped for Game 7. Tampa Bay Lightning, Montreal Canadiens. 4 overtime contests in this series. 1 goal deciding 6 of the games. Will it come down to 1 goal? Well, for Nikita Kucherov, he does not have a goal in career Game 7s. And for this young Canadian squad, this is a test, as Martin St. Louis said today. This is almost their destiny, a situation that will help them grow. And Noah Dobson draws into the line for the Sheriff. Arbor Jackeye this evening, his first game back off of the IR. Slavkovsky sends this adjacent to Hudson, who takes a check. Now around Lilleberg and point battling behind net. First possession for Montreal. Matheson fakes a 1T. D to D. Shot blocked by Lilleberg. At the point, circled in. Diaz picks Perry at his feet. A chip out. And Suzuki will play this back. Benchmark International Arena, the site of this contest. A series that has given us as much joy, or close to, as much as we received in the Olympics this year. Hockey at its best once again. Here's Kucherov. Pass back for Hagel. It goes aerial to Kucherov, who gets a shot on goal from a sharp angle. He's carrying behind the net. A look in front. It's separated by Hudson, who skates up ice. Right wing, left shot. He'll nudge it deep for Anderson, who had a major impact in Game 1 and 2. And the power horse continues here as he's tied up with Radish behind the Tampa Bay net, controlled by Montreal in the neutral zone. Flicked up. Deep right corner. Radish quickly on it. Kept by Gooley. And he'll maintain at the point. A shot tipped on Vasilevsky, and he covers. Paul facing off against Evans. 1 back. 4 seconds. Kucherov a shot blocked by Suzuki. Sent down ice. And that'll do it. The Montreal Canadiens have survived and advanced to the second round of the postseason. Marty St. Louis wins Game 7 in Tampa. No, not in number 26. On the bench for the Montreal Canadiens. Jakub Dobish, an incredible performance. 29 shots on goal, 28 saves. And that is the story of this Game 7. A series that has been decided by 1 goal in every contest. Decided by a single tally in Game 7. Off the stick of Alex Newhook. Another hero in Montreal Red. Whether it was Lane Hudson or Alexander Texier or Yura Slavkovsky, Players have come through for Montreal all series as they shake hands in the most respectful and applauded traditions in all of sports, the handshake line. Nick Suzuki with the final block on Nikita Kucherov. Kucherov with 0 points in 7 career Game 7s. Nick Suzuki in his first scores the first goal. And so Tampa's season, for a 4th season in a row, will end in the first round. This one they may be able to hang their hat on, though. Swept twice by their in-state rival, Florida, and losing to Toronto 4-2 in 2023. Long gone is that three-peat to the Cup final and 2-time championship back-to-back in 20 and 21. A valiant effort without Victor Hedman. We'd be remiss not to mention that the number 1 defenseman, this team's captain, and an all-time NHL legend, was not on the ice representing the Bolts. And for Montreal, the team on the come-up with their statement win. When all of the odds were against them in this Game 7, they were able to win by the thinnest of margins. And they will face the Buffalo Sabres in the second round of the postseason. And for Corey Perry, a year where he wasn't able to make the final. A player that's battled to age 40. He won the Stanley Cup in his 3rd NHL season. He's waited since then. And he'll have to wait potentially another season if he decides to play another. And for John Cooper, well, I can't go as far to say his job isn't secure. But I think with the pedigree this man has had, you'd have to believe in him again as the bench boss. And Cooper and St. Louis having a fantastic exchange to end this series off. Former coach and former player to one another. This time, the player walks off the ice as a coach, winning the series.